How's it going, ghosts, ghouls, and squirrels? It's Halloween-ish, and so I donned my finest autumn attire and decided to watch something that was also Halloween-ish. I'm of course talking about Over the Garden Wall, which, much like real Halloween, is about 60% too scary and 40% too boring. Yeah, that's right, I'm coming in early with the hot takes this video, because I have a rather complicated and controversial history with Over the Garden Wall. For those of you who don't know, Over the Garden Wall was a 10-episode limited series that ran on Cartoon Network in November of 2014. And in 2014, I was 15 years old, and I remember catching bits and pieces of this show on TV, and I remember, just not vibing with it at all. And to be fair, I grew up in Connecticut, so at age 15, I was at, the peak of hating any and all things colonial, and this show is, colonial as hell. And I'm not going on some, left-wing rant here, I'm not talking about Columbus or, the holiday Thanksgiving. It's just a boring aesthetic. Pilgrims, turkeys, all that shit. I have no interest in any of it. And this show is so pilgrim-coded. But then 3 or 4 years ago, I watched it in its entirety in college, and I was a little more into it. I liked the concepts. I liked how actually kind of scary it was. The voice acting is all really well done, and I can always respect something that's clearly made with a lot of passion, which this most definitely was. That being said, there are 2 reasons I'm making this video today. One, everybody loves this show and always calls me crazy every year for only kind of liking it. You guys included. So I want to go back into this a little bit older, a little bit more knowledgeable about cinema, and give this a fair and honest shake, which I think I can do because 2, I don't remember a lot of it. I remember so vividly episodes 1, 2, and 3, because anytime somebody puts on this show, that's about as far as I get before I'm let's watch an actual horror movie. And then episodes 4 through 10, I don't remember at all. So I'm going into this with an open mind. Like I said, at the bare minimum, I like it. I'm just excited to see if this watch through can get me on everybody's side of needing to watch this every year. So let's take a peek over the garden wall and see what we'll find. What a perfect opening. What a perfect opening for this specific show. If you don't know what Over the Garden Wall is, that just told you. It's a little frog beautifully playing the piano. Whether or not that's something you're into is going to determine whether or not you're into this show. It's kind of like this show's tutorial boss. If you look at that and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird, or oh, that's kind of boring, this is not the show for you. This show's existence is so weird. It's so weird that one day Cartoon Network just decided it was gonna be artsy as hell, and then decided to never do that again. It's also so weird to me that people love watching this on Halloween, because it's so Thanksgiving coded. Everyone's dressed like a pilgrim. It takes place in the 1700s in like a dreary forest in Connecticut. I feel like this show invented its own genre, and that genre is Thanksgiving punk.
Albert Salami, Giggly Jumpy Tom Thomas Tambourine, Leg Face McCullen, Artichoke, Penguin Pete Steve.
You guys ready to hear an opinion absolutely nobody is going to like? I kinda hate Greg. I kinda don't like him at all. An upside-down tea kettle and a round little body can't make up for the worst personality in TV history. But look, like I said, I'm going into this show with a fresh, open mind. The last time I watched this was 4 years ago. Maybe now that I've matured, I'll understand him a little better.
No, though I am lost, my wounded heart resides back home, in pieces, strewn about the graveyard of my lost love.
You know, the fact that Greg is my least favorite character and Wirt is my favorite character in this show is starting to make me realize something about myself. maybe I'm just an asshole. This adorable little kid's just like, my pockets are full of candy. And I'm just over here like, shut up, doughball. I want to hear the garden gnome wax poetic.
Greg, you're gonna get us into trouble again.
Yo, the dead bleeding tree goes pretty hard though.
Woods are no place for children. Don't you know the beast is afoot here?
The beast? We don't know anything about that. We're just two lost kids trying to get home.
The beast? What's that? Is it gonna be like a cute little puppy dog casting a big scary shadow and accidentally scaring away all of these villagers? Nope, spoiler alert, it's actually something legitimately frightening and probably shouldn't be featured in the first episode of this children's show.
You and your brother should be safe here while I work.
Candy trail, candy trail, candy trail.
Dude, I could give a shit about the beast. These kids gotta watch out for Willy Wonka tracking them down. Greg is an absolute fucking candy factory, and there's only two things Willy loves doing. Eating candy and murdering children. What do you think's gonna happen when Greg runs out of candy?
What is your work, exactly?
Everyone has a torch to burn, and this here's mine. I grind the horrid hazelwood trees into oil to keep this lantern lit.
God, the first guy they meet in the woods is the most fucking intense guy they could possibly meet in the woods.
Maybe we should make a break for it, if we can. But he must know the woods really well, so we may need to knock him out first.
I love how this guy invites them into his home, offers them shelter, makes them a nice warm fire to sit beside, and Wirt's just like, yeah, we should kick this guy's ass. We should let him have it. Hey, old man!
Huh. I guess we could just leave. But I don't know.
I don't know, though. I really want to kick that guy's ass.
Greg,
What?
do you think there really is a beast out there? Or is that guy just messing with us?
Dude, Greg is wearing a kitchen utensil for a hat and leaking candy. Why are you asking him for opinions?
Sometimes I feel like I'm just like a boat upon a winding river, twisting towards an endless black sea.
Holy shit, my dude, you need someone way more qualified than Candy Pants over here to dump this drama onto.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that if you soak a raisin in grape juice, it turns into a grape? It's a rock fact.
Oh, Greg doesn't give a sack full of beans about your feelings. Hey, yeah, here's a rock fact for you. Suck it up, bitch. I think I was so incredibly wrong about these characters. Can you believe I said Wirt was my favorite one? Can you believe I recorded that opinion and put it online?
That frog's giving me the runaround.
Yeah, fuck, never mind. I think I already love Greg. To be fair, though, this is definitely more my humor now than it was 4 years ago, and especially more than it was 10 years ago. Like, there's just something so funny to me about a little kid talking like he's a 1920s accountant.
Kitty? You have beautiful eyes.
Love their absolutely failed attempt at using humor to make that any less scary. Mission failed, guys. We'll get him next time. Let me just go wash the piss out of my jeans and we can try again.
It's the beast!
Stay back, boys! This creature looks as though it has... Huh?
Yeah, okay, I'm starting to remember why I hate Greg. Greg's constantly almost getting these fuckers killed, and I kinda don't think Wirt deserves it. He's such an agent of chaos. He's like an evil god of mischief.
Greg, why did you do that?
That was your plan, remember? Knock him out.
You like the way he immediately throws all the blame onto Wirt? That was your plan. I'm only doing what you asked me to do.
Spank, spank, spank.
He just... It just stresses me out. I just don't like him being in the room. When things are fine, I'm fine with Greg. When things aren't fine, I kinda want him to be the first to die.
I wonder if he ate my whole candy trail that led to this mill.
Ah, Greg, you led the beast right to us with your candy.
Every decision Greg makes leads to death. He's like the devil. The devil doesn't wear Prada, he wears overalls and a tea kettle.
Oops.
God, it doesn't even just apply to Wirt. You follow Greg, it'll lead you to your grave. That's all this episode has taught me. Hey, maybe kill that turtle. I do like how the dog was under some, like, Hayao Miyazaki-esque kind of spell. But for sure kill that actually evil turtle.
Word! He spit up that turtle and now he's my new best friend. Oh.
So wasn't the kind of dog I was expecting it to turn back into. Such a random and different looking breed of dog.
You are the elder child. You are responsible for you and your brother's actions.
Fucking good luck being responsible for Greg's actions. Have you met him? Greg's like a death magnet. You know, he's just sort of like cosmically drawn to the idea of not being alive. You can't really blame his actions on anybody else.
I'm gonna call him Wirt.
That's gonna be really confusing.
No, I'm gonna call you Kitty.
Infinitely better names for both characters. It's already confusing having a character in the show named Wirt who isn't the frog. And Kitty works for you because you're such a pussy. Guys, that is a fucking turkey. This is not a Halloween show. This show came out November 4th, 2014. How much more explicit can it be? So far, I've seen like 6 turkeys and not a single ghost, ghoul, or pumpkin.
Hello?
Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, hello.
It's you again. I'm stuck.
Jesus Christ, what was she trying to hang herself? How do you even end up in this situation?
Help me out of here and I'll owe you a favor.
Whoa, I get a wish?
No, not a wish. I'm not magical. I'll just do you a good turn.
Greg, you got a big decision to make here, buddy. I know one bird in a bush doesn't seem like a lot, but if you can manage to get this thing in your hand, it will literally double in value. Okay, so there's a couple of pumpkins, he says, knowing full well he's about to be plunged into an absolute pumpkin-themed hell.
And my frog's name's Wirt Jr., but that may change.
Okay, that's great. How about you and I ditch your brother?
Damn, she's trying to get that favor out of the way fast, huh? Ditching Wirt's a pretty good favor in her defense. Although I'm not sure if that favor is meant to be for Greg or for Wirt.
Anyone here? Hello? Oh, sorry. I'm looking for a phone.
Gobble my gizzard, why was that so fucking unsettling? I didn't like that at all. I didn't like how detailed it was. I didn't like how it just flopped asleep back on the table. This is such... My worlds are colliding. That scene was such a good argument in favor of this being both a Halloween and Thanksgiving show. Like, that was some really good ammo for both parties. I really don't know how to handle it. Yo. Fuck this town. Fuck this town until it's pregnant. I hate this place so much. I don't fully remember what their deal is, but I do know I don't like it. Honestly, I just hate that they have teeth. Take away the lips and the teeth, and this just becomes your run-of-the-mill pumpkin gathering.
Say, aren't you a little too early?
What do you mean?
I mean, it doesn't seem like you're ready to join us just yet.
Oh, that's right, they're dead. What is this weird, nutritious delition? This is gonna be tough to say. What is this weird, nutritious religion? What is this pumpkin deity they all worship? This is like if Linus went nuts and developed a cult based around the Great Pumpkin. You've gone mad, Linus! You can't do this to people! Do what, Charlie Brown? Abandon people in a cold, dark field all alone for the Great Pumpkin to devour? Just as you done to me all those years ago? You'll never get away with this, Linus. I'll make sure of it. The name isn't Linus anymore, Charlie Brown. The name's Jack. Jack Lantern.
Now hold on, everybody. Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Whoa.
Hey, I already don't like eating vegetables. I don't need a new irrational fear of vegetables eating me. Keep this soul-sucking gourd away from me. Why is this thing so politely terrifying?
Now let me get this straight. You come to our town, you trample our crops, you interrupt our private engagement. Now you want to leave.
Yeah, it's pretty much the situation, you horrible, spooky pinata.
I find you guilty of trespassing, destruction of property, disturbing the peace, and murder.
Murder? Murder?
Oh, no, not murder.
Then don't say murder! Imagine if actual judges tried to get away with that. Alright, I sentence you to 30 years in prison for the murder of Michael Kelsey. What? Murder? I'm here to dispute a parking ticket. Yeah, I was just seeing if you were paying attention. Yeah, I just love sending people away for life. You know, it's just... Whew, that's just a good feeling. Huh. Anyway, that'll be $200 for the parking ticket.
Hey, buried treasure!
Whoa, really? See, Beatrice? What'd you find?
A skeleton!
Ah! We're digging our own.
What is it with kids' cartoons and making characters dig their own graves? I just watched an episode of The Owl House where Hunter was doing the exact same shit. What is Western cartoon media run by the Italian mob?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right? Yeah. So we were getting rid of the rocks and... Huh?
Greg, you evil bitch! You know what? Never mind. Clearly, this is just Beatrice completing her favor. You're free, Wirt! You're finally free! Just run in the opposite direction!
You know, they got in the way of all the dirt, you know, and...
Oh my god, this is so much worse than if they were digging their own graves. I wouldn't want to live after seeing this. This is what happens when you die? It's just an endless pumpkin rave?
What in the...
You know what? On second thought, this place seems pretty chill. Wirt should just stay here. These people are just out here having an eternal shindig in a cornfield. Like, what better alternative does he have? His only alternative is Greg.
I think his directions were not very good.
What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? I feel like that's gotta be some sort of symbolism about man's constructs impeding the natural flow of nature or something, right? This show is way too artsy for that not to have meant something. Unless its sole purpose was to upset me. Because mission accomplished, that was so ominous.
Don't know who she is or how she is or when, what, why she is, but as for where she is where we will go. To Adelaide, to Adelaide.
Yeah, so if you haven't picked up on it by now, this show is essentially just an elongated series of horrifying events and unmitigated bangers. Every song in this show, even the ones half-assedly sung by Greg, are top-tier bops.
What? I'm not a pushover.
Hold on, Wirt. Let me get to my point.
Fine.
See, Greg? No willpower whatsoever.
Oh, knight takes bishop. Checkmate, bozo. That was some high-level psychological warfare. Wirt can't even be mad about that.
Huh? Whoa. School? Psh, not today.
I like how this is the only thing to actually deter Greg so far. I'm so not shocked that Greg's one true fear is just formal education.
Greg?
Excuse me? Please, take your seat, children. You're late.
Y'all ready to meet the baddest hoe this side of the garden wall? Miss Langtree, yo, more like Miss Dangtree. Gonna have to call me Mr. Hangtree, 'cause you got me hung like an oak, girl.
I got enough nonsense from that no-good, two-timing, low-down, handsome man of mine.
Gonna have to call me Mr. Hangtree, 'cause I'm about to fucking kill myself. You're married?
And now, with my father threatening to close the school, and that wild gorilla on the loose...
That wild whom? Real casual gorilla drop there, lady. That's a pretty alarming thing to just gloss over.
A is for the apple that he gave to me, but I found a worm inside. B is for beloved that I called to.
A is for that ass, I'm hitting that tonight. B is for that butt, I'm hitting that tonight. C is for caboose, I'm hitting that tonight. D is for that dog! Shut the fuck up, Danny!
Young man, go to the dunce box.
Oh, sure. Okay.
No.
Sure.
No.
Are we gonna talk about how this is the absolute ugliest group of calico critters I've ever seen in my life? We got Pigtholomew rocking the no-shirt bow tie combo like he's headlining at Magic Mike's. He looks like a whore ready to go play 9 holes at the golf course. And don't even get me started on this bitch!
Hot dogs are not actually dogs, regardless of what they teach in school.
You see, kids? Only ugly people actually attend class. All the cute animals are outside doing cool kid shit, like skateboarding and smoking crack.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's play Two Old Cat. Do you guys know how to play Two Old Cat?
What is Two Old Cat?
You found another one. Wait, no, I think that cat is too old.
I thought you were playing Two Old Cat! What the fuck is the point of the game if not to find cats that are too old? Don't penalize her because you were unclear in your instructions.
Well, come along, children.
This episode really isn't scary at all, but it is carried by Langtree's absolute banger of a song. Look up Langtree's Lament on Spotify and listen to the full version of that song. It was like, unironically, my most listened to song of 2019.
I know what to do. Here, Miss Langtree, play something like this.
Oh, like this?
Damn it, that's a great bit. This whole show is just my brain having a game of tug of war with itself over whether or not it likes or hates Greg. And it's a game I'm pretty sure just ends with me having an aneurysm.
Potatoes and molasses. If you want some, I'll just ask us.
Hey Greg, do you mind not dropping the hottest single of the decade? I'm trying to hate you over here.
There's only one thing to keep your brain from crumbling. No potatoes and molasses.
I wish you'd fucking die, Pictholomew! Are you going golfing? Are you a bartender at an Irish pub? Pick a vibe.
I thought we were trying to do important work here, teaching animals to count and spell.
Teach him to kill himself! I'm sorry, that might have been a little wild for this holiday special. But also wild of this guy to be like, I thought this was a place of higher learning. As if a deer playing the trumpet isn't an insane feat of education.
My life savings, my home, everything I had went into that dear, dear school. And now I'm forced to sell these instruments.
My guy, a school for musical animals is just as impressive as a school for animals who know math. People would pay so much money to watch a goose play a guitar.
Huh?
Oh, my bad. I guess I should have just let the show cook. They did the exact thing I told them to do. Dude, but like, honestly, ditch the school bit. Just be a school for musical animals. This would be 10 times more profitable than an actual school. Also, animals don't need to know algebra.
Got a job in the circus so's I could finally buy you that wedding ring. But when I got stuck in the dang suit, everybody was too doggone scared to help me out.
That's super fair. You kept chasing people and growling at them. Got a little lost in the gorilla roleplay, did you, Jimmy? Huh, you kinky freak? What, were you guys doing some weird gorilla roleplay and Langtree forgot her safe word? Saying literally any words in English would have solved this problem immediately.
Oh no! The beast is upon me! Shh, Greg, is there a beast out there?
Why did Greg come at that duck like he was fucking Ezio? That was such a premium stealth takedown. The stupid duck didn't even have a chance to alert the guards.
Yeah, who knows where we are by now with that guy acting all bananas?
Ooh, banana nut duck bread.
Dude, that duck picked the wrong hay bale to sleep by. This thing better count its blessings.
Excuse me there. Excuse me.
Can you really blame me for not liking the show when I was younger? Thanksgiving punk is like the dullest punk you could put in front of a kid. It's like, ooh, they're sneaking into an old creepy barn. I wonder what's going to be behind that door. Oh, it's a bunch of flute-playing revolutionaries. How historical. Thank God they delayed Adventure Time for this.
These two sweet kids and I got a bit lost in the...
No birds allowed in my tavern.
No birds allowed in your...
It's a bad omen when a bluebird enters through your door.
Beatrice, you're a wild bird. You can't really blame this lady for not wanting you inside of her restaurant. Look, I may be on the wrong side of history here, but I feel like this is pretty reasonable discrimination.
I'm just a guy, I guess. What do you mean?
Well, he's the butcher.
I'm the butcher.
The baker.
Yeah.
The midwife.
Hey, that's great. Wirt's like 13. You're really gonna stand here and grill him for not being locked into a lifelong career right now?
Steal your shoes from off your feet, and then I'll be back when I'm making.
I must have thoroughly repressed this. I don't remember this at all. This song's kind of a jam, but the weird, slippery way this dude was animated made me crazy uncomfortable. I feel like I'm watching Flapjack right now.
What kind of person goes out chopping trees in the middle of a thunderstorm at night? What kind of person talks to a horse?
Hated that. That was the fucking worst noise a horse has ever attempted.
Write a loving letter, boy, that swoops and sweeps and curls. Calligrapher's just the thing to help you when you're girl.
I love this guy's kind of bad singing voice. Sounds like he's singing this song with a gun to his head. Like his voice is a little shaky and the tempo's just a little too fast. It's like the director held a gun up to his balls and was like, "You're gonna come up with a silly little song? Now!"
Yeah, lover. Sing as you left out.
No, I don't have a...
Sing.
No.
Sing, lover, sing.
Oh, give us a song, Elijah Wood. Show us your pipes.
My name is Wirt, and his name is Greg. We're related cause my mom remarried him and gave birth to him with my stepdad.
Oh, you shouldn't have made him sing.
Ooh, the beast is out there. Ooh, better be wise and don't believe his lies.
Jesus Christ, is everybody in this fucking tavern auditioning for Hadestown? I swear to God, Wirt better get out of here fast. This whole place reeks of Alex Brightman.
Hey, Mr. Woodsman.
I told you to leave these woods!
Beatrice, you're turning into an Edelwood tree.
Damn, this place is a lot more bird racist than I thought. Look, I said keep her out of the restaurant. I didn't say chop her to death. You can't pin this on me.
You're turning into an Edelwood tree. You were the beast all along.
Holy shit, Wirt, pop off. Where the hell did that come from? Wirt was just like, "You're in my woods now, old man. You don't want to fuck with Elijah in the woods."
Boys, the beast is upon you!
Yo, Wirt's not fucking around. He's coming for this man's whole career. Can't be a woodsman if you ain't got woods.
Oh, Beatrice, meet Fred the horse.
Nice to horse your acquaintance.
You can talk?
What do you mean the horse becomes a main character? Fuck, he just got so much worse. Nice to horse your acquaintance? Hey, how about you horse the fuck up?
It seems you're running out of oil, Woodsman. Why not let me take the lantern for a while?
Be gone, beast!
Why do all of these children's shows feature some sort of Celtic nightmare as their main antagonist? Why are there so many leshies in children's media? There's this, Adventure Time, Owl House. Hi, hello, it's me again. I took a break. This is a very long video. Excuse me coming back with an entirely new appearance. One that kind of looks a lot like Phoebe's boyfriend, David from Friends. Don't I look a lot like David from Friends right now? Nah, I'm not gonna put up an image. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna do one more episode of Over the Garden Wall here, and then do the last 5 episodes in a part 2 video. So here we go. home stretch of this one.
Never touched the stuff myself.
Blech, me either.
Ha ha, yes, it's all for the money. Yes, the money takes my mind off my troubles.
Yo, amen, brother. Money is sick. Money is the cure to all sadness, and I will fight anybody who says otherwise. Oh, you don't believe me? Yeah? Good luck being depressed when you're surrounded by 15 Pokeballs. And yeah, some people will try and tell you that being a 25-year-old man with over $2,000 worth of Pokeballs is probably a direct sign of depression. But they'll stop telling you that if you pay them enough.
The more money I make, the bigger my mansion gets, the more lost I feel. Why, this house is so big, I sometimes don't even know where or who I am.
Jesus Christ, I picked the wrong horse to back in this race. This dude's unraveling in real time.
You're scamming him?
I was thinking more like flat out stealing from him.
What? No way.
Why not? We already stole a horse.
Hey, guys.
No, we didn't. Fred's a talking horse. He can do whatever he wants.
I want to steal.
Fred, I like where your head is at. I've said this before, but the biggest harm Gravity Falls has ever done is convince me that crime is funny. Crime is the punchline to so many of Alex Hirsch's jokes, and I really think it did ruin me a little bit.
If we're going to Adelaide's, we need 2 cents.
Mm-hmm. Will you guys do what you... 2 cents? Only 2 cents?
Yeah, we need 2 pennies to take the ferry to Adelaide's pasture.
That's so funny. I love how reasonable that is. Wait, what? We only need 2 cents? Yeah, that's it. We just need 2 cents. Honestly, a homeless person wouldn't mind helping us out on this one.
Yes. Maybe it would be good to talk to someone. Well, it all began one day when I was exploring my exceedingly large and labyrinthine manor.
God, this dude is acting circles around the rest of this show's cast. Not that anybody in this show is a bad voice actor, like everyone's doing a spectacular job, but this guy's putting in the performance of a lifetime here.
Rather sort of eerie light, and I pressed on, and then I saw the painting of the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and that's when things took a rather strange turn.
Who is this voice actor, and why isn't he given an Oscar every year for this specific performance? Oh my god, he's a fucking Monty Python member!
Okay, what's the matter, Unky? You seem tense.
You know me well, nephew. Yes, the truth is, I'm frightened.
Every old man in this show is the exact same character with varying degrees of silliness. I feel like they would have just gotten Christopher Lloyd to play all of them if they thought they could get away with it. Like, they're all just doing Christopher Lloyd. Every old man in this show is such a, yes, well, I do suppose I could rest my weary eyes for perhaps just a little bit. They're all like Winnie the Pooh suffering an anxiety attack.
If there is no ghost, what if I'm on the brink of madness?
Dude, controversial opinion. This is the best old man in the show. I know everybody loves Christopher Lloyd and the Huntsman, and he's great. This is a fucking phenomenal, once-in-a-lifetime performance. I love this guy. He just brings such a grounded and lifelike energy to this character.
This is where I grow my camellia for tasting new teas. Perhaps we should savor the quiet tranquility of this place.
This guy's got to start growing a little bit more than just tea in this place, if you know what I'm saying, you know? I'm talking Xanax. This guy's got to stop unraveling and start unwinding, you know? Take a Vicodin or something. My goodness.
Fine. I threw a rock at a bluebird and it cursed me and my family, and now we're all bluebirds. Happy?
Damn, even she was bird racist. That's kind of extreme, though. Her whole family got turned into birds. They didn't do anything. I mean, I guess I didn't raise her to respect birds enough, but still. One minute you're just a father on the toilet, the next minute you're a bird and you're just like, oh, what the fuck did Beatrice do?
All right, my turn, huh? Okay. Well, it's weird to admit it, but, well, I have this crush on this girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
That's your dark secret? You have a crush on a girl nobody's met? What's the shocking reveal here? That you're straight? Newsflash! You have the fashion sense of a traffic cone. Nobody thought you were queer to begin with.
That's all?
And I think about her a lot, and I play clarinet.
Wirt!
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Clarinet's a pretty embarrassing instrument.
And I secretly whisper poetry to myself in my room at night.
Wirt, that stuff's not weird. Those are just, well, the poetry thing is weird.
That's what I'm saying, Beatrice. This kid's at least a little bit weird.
Endicott probably just built it without thinking, right?
Or, whoa, yeah. What if the ghost he was talking about was actually...
Oh my god, is Endicott the ghost? That's kinda good. I told you after the school episode, my memory of this show absolutely plummets. I knew there was a twist in this episode, but I don't fully remember what it is.
What do you want with me, spirit?
Spirit, but you're the ghost.
My lady, I assure you I am flesh and blood, and I welcome you to my home.
I remember the twist now. This is actually so good. This is way better than if he were a ghost. He's a rich old man who's obsessed with expanding his house, and he expanded it so much that it ended up merging with another massive mansion. And both mansion owners thought their house was haunted because they kept hearing the other person moving around and shifting at night. That's actually genius. I really, really like that. That's such a good, like, fable-esque kind of story. I don't know if they took that from somewhere. I don't know if that's also just Dante's Inferno, but that's really good. By the way, yeah, did I mention that this is Dante's Inferno? I, like, vaguely remember mentioning that, but also vaguely remember, like, cutting it out. This show is literally Dante's Inferno. Like, that's the structure of the show, and also just like its literal counterpart. That's not even a theory. That's just a fact of the show.
You're a sweet boy with good sense. Take this penny and start your fortune.
And here's one from me as well.
Flabbergasted. He's never dreamed of having so much wealth.
Well, everybody, I think it's time we head to Adelaide of the pasture, the good woman of the woods. What about you, Fred? Are you coming with us?
No thanks, I've got a real job now.
Thank God I fucking hate this thing!
Hey, Wirt, you did good back there.
Yeah?
You got a lot more going for you than I thought. Huh?
Oh, I fucking hate you, Greg.
Greg, our pennies! Why did you do that?
'Cause Uncle Endicott pegged me all wrong. I've got no sense. No sense at all.
Damn it, I love you, Greg. I love a little guy who runs bits, but his bits keep almost getting everybody killed. You gotta draw the line somewhere. And that is episodes 1 through 5 of Over the Garden Wall. I didn't think this would take this long. I thought I could maybe get this whole thing done in one video, considering it's only like 2 hours worth of content. I think the issue in terms of like doing this reaction video and like why it's so long is the fact that every episode has to have like a 3-act structure, and like, so that gives me a lot more ammo to work with. When I react to a movie, like a usual 2-hour-long film, there are large stretches in the middle where I have nothing to react to because it's kind of just like expositing or like, you know, it's just being the middle. It's just a bunch of mid-ass content. Here, there's no middle, really. Like, the show keeps sort of resetting itself every 10 minutes, so there's a lot to cover. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed at least the first part of this Halloween special. Look forward to the second part, which will either come out November 3rd or on Halloween. I don't know. A new hell of a boss is coming, and I'm kinda pissed about it. My schedule's a real fucking mess. You guys don't care. I was just about to trauma dump so hard on you guys. But Halloween's not a time for trauma. It's a time for candy. Being wary about who's giving you that candy. So go out and enjoy the one day of the year it's socially acceptable to take candy from strangers. I'll see you guys next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer? Well, I live for now. I wrote